Hey BAMMA Nation, here at Knuckleheads in Oxnard, California. Benji The Brawler Gomez getting ready to take on David Duran March 28th at Commerce Casino for Badbeat 12. First off, how is training going for you?
It's actually going amazing. I'm training about 2-3 hours a day right now, 5-6 days a week. So I'm just really pushing it hard. Got a good teammate, a bunch of my teammates, 2-3 coaches right now. So going to Paragon. One day might be wrestling, one day might be kickboxing, jiu-jitsu. I mean, just mix it all up. So really intense. You know, I'm actually happy where I'm at right now because I just fought January 17th. So my stamina is kind of good right now. My endurance is perfect. So I mean, when they called me up, telling me for this upcoming fight, I was like, sure, yeah, I'm already right here. I'm already prepared. So I just have to keep pushing on it. But it's great right now.
Now going into it, you fought with us last time for Badbeat 11. It was your pro debut. Was there any jitters for you?
Yeah, I would say just a little. I mean, a little pressure. It was kind of off and on, like, should I take the fight, should I not? Just because my daughter was born the week before. So, I mean, it was just a little nervous, too, because I think when I fought before that for amateur, it was about a year ago. So, I mean, I had like a year break to train, but a little nervous coming back into it. But, I mean, I've been doing it for a good couple years now, so it's nothing new.
Now going into this, coming off a fight not too long ago, having a new daughter, how is it balancing, you know, training, being a father? Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
You know, how does it weigh the priorities now?
It's a little tough, but I mean, like, I work a lot, but actually I'm cutting back on working a lot, and I'm just training more and trying to hang out at home a lot more. So it's actually balancing out a lot better now. I mean, before I was just working and training. So now it's just a lot less working, more training, and being at home with my daughter. So actually I like it a lot better now than before. It was a little bit more hectic back then. Now it's calm. I could just come train if I want in the morning or afternoon and go home and relax. So pretty good.
Really, cutting back on a little bit of work helps you spend more time with your daughter as well as training.
Yeah.
But the daughter, I mean, how does it feel being a dad?
Amazing feeling. I mean, just not having a daughter last year, not even thinking, oh, I'm gonna have a daughter when I'm 25, and now she's here. I mean, she's 4 months. So I mean, like, I was looking at pictures yesterday of her, and wow, she just grew so much, like 15 pounds already. It's crazy. But it's amazing feeling just watching them grow and watching them look at you like they already know who you are. They sense you. You're carrying them, you know. It's an amazing feeling.
You just started out as a dad. You're not starting out as a fighter. What got you started in MMA?
Actually, I've been wrestling for about 14 years since I was in 8th grade. Wrestled in high school and went to college, and then my 3rd year into college, I was just about to start the season, and then 2 weeks before the season was about to start, they cut our program off. So I mean, I didn't know what to do, where to go. I couldn't go to another school. It was too soon. 2 weeks, registered, transfer is just too much for me. So I took like 6 months off. I couldn't handle it. I'm just so active that I'm training every day, and I hit up my coach, my wrestling coach, asked him, hey, I want to start fighting, or I want to do something. He gave me my coach information right now, Joe Saltero, and I've just been training ever since. And just from there, I mean, I just got there, and I was like, yeah, I want to fight. All right, well, we're going to do boxing. You have a boxing tournament next week. I don't know how to box. Well, keep your hands up. Okay, so
just threw you in,
yeah,
huh?
just threw me in. I did boxing matches and Muay Thai matches, and then just started doing MMA matches. And then from there, this is my actually 3rd year now. So, I mean, I fought probably like 30, 40 times already as an amateur between kickboxing, MMA, and just everything around. So actually, it's time to turn pro now and actually make a future out of it. So.
And how has it been? You know, you're training here on Knuckleheads. You get to train with people like Joseph Henley, Chris Beal, people who have been on The Ultimate Fighter. How has that been for you, getting to work with these guys?
It's an amazing feeling. I mean, we even had Tony Ferguson here. I mean, he's in the UFC, so he was actually a really great. I still actually train with him all the time. He's out in Long Beach, but we go once in a while, once or twice a month. So, and then with Joe and Chris here, I mean, it's good because I mean, Joe's a little heavier, so it's really hard to do anything with him. But Chris, he's like really my weight, so me and him, we wrestle, we spar. So I mean, he's a really good sparring partner. I like him a lot. He's a little heavier than me, so it's great. And then we have a bunch of boxers here as well. So I mean, that's actually helping me a lot for my defense and offense. And I mean, really great team we have here.
And then going into this fight, David Duran, he has shown impressive striking skills in the past. You know, you're known as the Brawler.
Mhm.
You know, how do you think that's going to match up for this fight?
It's gonna be a great fight. I've seen a couple of his fights, and I mean, yeah, he goes out there kind of charging at you and just trying to take you down. And me, I mean, I've been wrestling, so no one's taking me down at all, and I plan on keeping it that way. I mean, for the past 3 years. So, and my striking is actually really good. My boxing is really great. So, I'm a defense guy, so him coming at me is gonna help a lot with my punches and my striking, my moving side to side. So, it's gonna be a great fight. I'm excited for this.
Well, going into it, we actually have one of our sponsors, Beef First, is actually going to give a bonus for those who do knockout and submission of the night. Is that a little bit more of an incentive for you?
Yes and no, because I mean, I'm just gonna go in there, and it's really hard if you go in there and try, okay, I'm gonna submit this guy. Like, that's the plan, is to either submit him or knock him out or TKO or something. But I mean, if you go in there just trying to do a submission, you might get it, you might not, who knows. But I'm just gonna go in there and just give it my all, and then if I get the knockout, if it's there, I'm gonna do it. If I take him down and if I could get the submission, I'm gonna get it. Just whatever I can, I'm just gonna go nonstop.
Well, you seem like a go-getter. So who has been supporting you through this? Who's your sponsor for this?
My main sponsor is actually Native Warrior, by Big John. He's been actually sponsoring me since my first amateur fight. Like, I barely met him, then he was looking for some sponsors or some fighters, and I was talking to him about my wrestling and background and everything, and he just said, okay, let's sponsor you. And since day one, I mean, that's pretty much my only sponsor is him. I've had a few other sponsors, but they kind of been off and on. So, but he's actually my number one. You go to nativewarriorstore.com, and he gets all my gear, everything. So I'm really appreciative that he's actually been there since day one. Everyone else has been like off and on. I mean, that's just part of the game. So.
Well, looking for sponsors, I mean, is there a way that people could reach you if they want to help sponsor this new father getting into his pro?
On Facebook, Benji Gomez, or Instagram at Benji Brawler. Go there and contact me. Write me a message or so, and we can talk and sit down and see what happens.
Now, you mentioned earlier that your pro debut, you weren't sure if you're going to take that fight because your daughter was recently born, a week prior to that fight.
Yeah.
Now, going into it, has that changed with your family dynamic? Is your wife supportive? Like, is she leery of the pro world, or is she really supportive in this?
She's actually been supportive since day one. I mean, she's kind of, when I first told her about it, she was like, oh, maybe he's just going to try it out and then...
Like a hobby?
Yeah, like, okay, whatever. So she said, okay, and then, I mean, whenever she sees me fight, it's just hard for her. She can't really see me fight. It's just hard to see me fight, but...
Well, you're a loving father now, and
yeah.
she sees that side.
Yeah. I mean, she hasn't been to my past two fights, but she said she's going to come to this one just because of the baby. I'm newborn, so she couldn't really go. But she wants to go to this one. She's really supportive. Her whole family, actually, they always go to my events, so it's really great. I have a lot of people in the background, I mean, supporting me and coming to the fights.
Now, having her there watching you fight, is that a little bit scarier for you, or are you gonna try to put on more of a show for her?
No, I mean, I'm gonna try to put on a show no matter what. I can't deny putting on a show because he's an active fighter, I'm an active fighter, so something's gonna happen. You know, can't go in there 3 minutes, 3 rounds, or 15 minutes, and something's gonna happen. But yeah, I mean, she said she's really excited to go and see me fight. But for me, I'm just gonna go in there and just not really worry about her, just because she's gonna go with the next day of their family. So she's gonna be there. I know she's gonna be there. My main fight, focus is the fight, so it should be good.
All right, your main focus is inside the ring. Everything that's outside, is it going to deter you in any way?
No, I mean, I keep that outside. When it's the ring, the light switch, goes off. So it goes on.
Well, Benji Gomez, a very focused guy, getting ready for this. New father, but he still finds a balance, and you can see him take on David Duran March 28th at Commerce Casino.